Maybe it's time to take a road trip. And I'm not talking about the road trip that you can find that you run into a Buc-ee's every 90 miles or so. No, I'm talking about the kind of road trip that pisses your friends off, makes your family nervous, that leaves you talking to yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning under a flickering bus stop light in the middle of nowhere on the way to Winnemucca. That's the kind of road trip I'm talking about. The kind that you eat out of a vending machine because it's the best thing you can find and the only thing you got around. That's the kind of road trip I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of road trip that bleeds depression. The kind that you can find in a cheap motel carpet cleaner smell. Or the kind of road trip that's unforgiving. Or the kind of road trip that's not designed for TikTok influencers or YouTube. It's designed for people who lost something and are trying to find it again. Or maybe they just never had it to begin with. Maybe they just been on this road looking for no reason at all. Maybe they're just stupid enough or brave enough to try and go and find it. The long road trip, for me, is not a metaphor. No, it's a reality. It's a necessity. You see, you don't find yourself with your feet up in a $7 smoothie from some juice-flavored place. You learn it when you're cold, when you're broke, when you're hungry, when you're 10 miles from nowhere and your feet are so sore but you can't quit walking. You learn it in a Greyhound station. You learn it in a border town. You learn it in weird diners where the waitress calls you hon. You see, self-discovery doesn't come from a gift-wrap idea. It comes from moments of collapse, from moments of desperation when nobody's listening to you, when nobody's wanting to hear you out. It comes when you're so far away from home that home feels almost like a hallucination. It shows up when your cell phone dies or doesn't have signal and your backup plan gets stolen or you run out of money. It comes when the only thing that's keeping you going is the pure, blind, insane faith that something out there might be worth all of this trouble. You see, the long trip, it will break you, but then it will hand you the mirror. The most dangerous thing that a person can do is take an honest look in the mirror at themselves. Be real with themselves. And that's exactly what the long road trip does. That's exactly what the long journey does. It doesn't pat you on your head and call you a good boy like you're some kind of a social dog. It tears you open, makes your heart hurt, makes your brain hurt even more. You'll see the ugliness in survival. You'll see the cowardness, the need for approval to fade away. You'll see the wasted time on this road trip. You'll taste regret, but you'll also find out what it feels like not to be fake. Not to be an absolute joke. You'll see what doesn't flinch under pressure. You'll see what makes or break you. Your beliefs, your instincts, your humor, your sense of justice. Those are the things that'll survive. The road of life and the road to journeys, it kills the mask. Once the mask is dead, the work can begin. Our culture is addicted to shortcuts. 6-minute abs, 5 steps to success, 4-hour work weeks, work-life balance, all this stuff. I call it bullshit in the blender. That's what I call it. You know, you can't microwave meaning. You can't fast track purpose. You got to dig for it. You got to earn it. You've got to go out there and get it. You've got to bleed for it. You've got to spend nights questioning this whole damn thing that they call life, and even if it's worth participating in. And then you got to wake up and do it again anyway. People who take the short road, they always end up coming back to the long ones. They always kind of assume that they'll survive the delusion of whatever the long road holds. Life's not short. The journey's not either, and that's a fact. So let's get something straight. You might find the purpose, but you won't find the person. Not in the Pinterest quote sense, anyway. You won't find yourself in an edited version of a photoshopped photo. You won't look 20 years younger. You won't look skinnier. You won't live a day longer than what you already figured you're going to live. It's all already been worked out for you. You're probably not going to uncover on this road trip some kind of grand divine scheme or something like that makes everything all worthwhile. That's not the point of this whole thing. The point is what you become while you're looking. That's the point. See, you'll become a little bit sharper. You'll become a little bit more aware, a little bit more keen. You'll become a little bit kinder too. Not in the Hallmark kind of way, not in the little pretty little bookstore kind of way. No, you'll be boots on the ground, smarter, kinder, friendlier, wiser. You'll have blood on the knuckles. You'll know how to beat this. You'll respect struggle. You'll respect the harshness of life. You'll stop mistaking comfort for love. You'll know how to sit with pain. You'll know how to deal with it. And you'll spot the people in a heartbeat who can't. You see, purpose doesn't come down from heaven like a FedEx package. It grows inside while you're out there on the road of life or whatever it is trying to survive. You either become it or you don't. Listen, there is no life hack around pain. That's just the truth of it. You want depth, you want clarity, you want something that can survive the collapse of empires and the betrayal of friends and family. You want something real, then you're going to have to suffer for it. You're going to have to dig a little deeper for it. Not forever. You're going to have to dig a little bit deeper than just long enough to find the instant solution. Long enough to get past the vanity of all of it. Long enough to bury your ego. Long enough to understand that purpose isn't a title or a brand or a TED Talk. Purpose is a decision, a choice to keep moving forward, to keep pushing, to keep building, even when nobody's going to take notice. So take the trip, you bastard. Take the damn trip. What's it going to hurt? Take it even if it costs you your savings, if it costs you your comfort, your reputation, your relationships with people who never understood you anyway. Take the damn trip. Take it even if it leads to nowhere, because nowhere's better than what you got now. It's better than standing in that place that's going to kill your soul. So go on, take the trip.